and gentlemen, we are gathered here this afternoon to celebrate the wedding of John and Melody. That was the opening line of my best man's speech, when in actual fact all I could think about was, what the heck am I doing here? Contest chair, ladies and gentlemen, it is usual for the best man at a wedding to have known the groom for a number of years and know all about them, and probably also know the bride. Tonight I'd like to tell you the story of my involvement in the wedding of John and Melody, which was somewhat different. Before I do so, let me just tell you a bit about myself. I have a philosophy in life of never saying no to anything unless it's immoral or illegal. I'd taken Melody out quite a few times and seemed to be getting on really well with her. I knew she had a boyfriend called John. I'd met him as well, but I was confident that I'd be able to woo Melody away from John with my charm, my wit, and my personality. However, one night when I came to pick her up, she came out and ran towards me with a big smile on her face and showed me her left hand, and there on the finger was the diamond ring. My mind was in a whirl. How could she do this? What had I done wrong? And why not me? But then it got even worse because she said, John wants to talk to you. I thought, oh heck, here we go, Michael. It's the big macho, keep off my bird speech. Well, I was ready for it. I stood there. I was ready to take the abuse, the verbal abuse, the punch, whatever was coming. But no, what I heard was, Michael, would you be my best man? My mind wasn't in a whirl anymore. It was like a spinning top or a whirling dervish, a hurricane. These thoughts were crashing in from everywhere. Why was he asking me? The only reason I knew him was because I was trying to pinch his girlfriend. Yeah, why hadn't he got any friends instead who could do the role? And what had we got in common anyway? Well, I suppose there was Melody. No, let's not go there. And while I was thinking all of this, in my mind, my mouth was saying, yes, of course I'll do that. My life philosophy of never saying no, unless it's immoral or illegal, had got me to this situation. John had already booked for the suit fittings, and he had in mind something special, and he told me when we got there. What he wanted was white top hat and tails, with a pink frilly shirt, matching bow tie and shoes. Now those people who know me know that I can be quite a loud dresser from time to time, but a white top hat and tails, a pink frilly shirt, a pink bow tie and matching shoes, please. Not even I was going to do that. We just looked like we were a comedy duo at a Las Vegas cabaret act. After a bit of persuasion, well, actually, me downright refusing, we came up with a compromise of a grey top hat and tails, white shirt, and, if I say myself, very attractive peach cravats. I knew as best man it was for me to organise the stag night. The stag night I was going to have, everything was going to happen. There's going to be people there, there was going to be booze, there was going to be entertainment. No. What actually happened was John and I went to a local cocktail bar for the evening. Well, not actually for the evening, just for an hour or two, and we drank a few pina coladas and margaritas to help the evening along until we came to the karaoke. Now, John loved karaoke, and I have to say, when he sang, I am what I am, he did really do it with real gusto. And despite struggling on some of the high notes, his I did it my way was pretty good. But then it came my turn. I'd never done karaoke before, and I stood there and looked around. And there's just one song came to mind, and just see if you can figure it out. First I was afraid, I was petrified, too right I was. I got this wedding, just thinking how you'd done me wrong. I can't remember all the words, but it really was making me guilty. But then I spent those nights thinking how you'd done me wrong. Well, yes, of course he'd done me wrong. He'd pinched the girl that I was supposed to have. But I grew strong. I knew how to get along. Well, yes, once this wedding was over, I was gone. Which brings me back to the wedding and the best man speech. I'll be honest, I stood up in front of everybody and I told them how John and I hadn't known each other that long. I talked about how I felt that I was his best friend and how I felt I'd got closer to Melody over the months. I then threw in a few jokes from a Best Man's Jokes book that I'd picked up in a charity shop, and then I toasted the bridesmaids as you were supposed to do. I'll be honest, I died. In fact, I died even more than the night when I did the karaoke. So what is the purpose of this story? Well, if you, like me, have a life philosophy where you say no to anything, you won't say no, you'll never say no unless it's immoral or illegal or karaoke, then be prepared to find yourself in some very unusual, odd, weird, strange situations. But if you do, experience it, enjoy it, but never say no.